Okay, I'm live again. Tell me that you can see me. We are going to be live with a student from the chemistry major, specifically biological and pharmaceutical chemistry at the U of G. I'm just going to invite them to join now. Stay with me. And if you have any questions, send in your questions now. All right, invited them to join. I can see they're in the event, so hopefully they'll be able to join us soon. And Instagram, if you're watching this, please fix your stuff. We've been having these issues all week. Okay. Please work. Why it's not letting me accept your request to join? I don't understand. Just sent the invite one more time. View request. Accept. View request. Accept. What is happening?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Woo! Finally. Thank you.
That's a little technical difficulties. That's okay.
Yeah. It seems to be a daily occurrence with Instagram, so we roll with it. But I appreciate your patience. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm excited to be a part of this and answer your questions.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you. So why don't we get started? I'll just ask you to introduce yourself with your name and your pronouns and your program, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Perfect. So my name is Paget. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm in the Biological and Pharmaceutical Co-op program at the University of Guelph.
Awesome. Co-op program, that's awesome too. We'll get you to talk about that in a bit. But first question that we have here that people are wondering about is just how you chose to come to Guelph and how you chose chemistry.
Okay, yeah. So in grade 12, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go into. And so I decided to take a victory lap and do grade 13. And I took chemistry as one of the courses. And I just fell in love with chemistry. And I really like cellular biology as well. So I decided to apply to both biological and pharmaceutical chemistry and molecular and cellular biology at Guelph. And I'm happy I chose pharmaceutical chemistry. But I chose Guelph because we took a tour on campus, and I just fell in love with the whole vibe and the aesthetic of campus and seeing the bull ring and Bob's dogs and everything like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. We have so many people, pretty much everyone we go live with, when we ask them why they chose Guelph, it's always like they went on a tour and they love the campus and they love the vibe. So our link to register for a tour is in our bio. So be sure to check that out if you're tuning in today, because it's a campus that you really need to see to get the feel for it. So that kind of leads into the next question. Did you feel prepared for first year chemistry coming from high school?
Going to first year, I didn't really know what to expect. I was just kind of going in blind. But I think everything's doable at the end of the day. And if you work hard and you just do your own thing, you're going to succeed no matter what. So with the preparation from grade 12 chem, it was sufficient for going into these introductory courses like 1040 and 1050. And I think it just builds on one another. So.
Okay, awesome. That's good to know. I actually was a science major myself when I went to the few years ago, like a little while ago, but I remember there was just like a lot of stress and anxiety around the first year chemistry courses, specifically 1040 and 1050. So do you have any tips for how students can succeed in that course?
Yeah, for 1040 and 1050, I think you just got to put in some time, do your readings and do extra practice questions, go to TAs, reach out to people, whoever you can. And for me, I got a nice group of friends that can just guide each other along. And we would just study together, and it helps a lot to to have these people.
Yeah, for sure. I remember studying as a group is just so much better. I feel like studying individually at first, just like reviewing your notes, making sure you have a handle on the material is good, but then quizzing your friends and like talking about the
Yeah.
stuff is just really solidifies it in your mind. So that's a really good tip.
For sure. I spent a lot of time at the library just by myself as well, and also with my friends in the science commons. And we would just talk to TAs and get some assistance on the labs. And that was really helpful as well.
Awesome. Someone just actually commented about the labs and the science. That's funny.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so if you're watching right now and you have any questions for Brendan, feel free to send them into the chat and we'll answer them. We're just going off of the questions that were sent in earlier this week. So you're specifically in biological and pharmaceutical chemistry.
Yeah.
Can you talk how that, like what area of chemistry that gets deeper into?
Yeah, so biological and pharmaceutical chemistry, it tends to focus more on synthetic organic chemistry and learning the mechanisms and the different reactions. But overall, it's very broad as you learn like molecular orbital theory. You learn more analytical techniques, and you start to use these instruments with hands-on lab practice, which is amazing. You get to experience different labs because there's some that are analytical where you have to pay more attention and try and get a good yield. But then there's newer labs such as the elements or the organic chem, where you're more focused on the just the instruments themselves and how to use them. And it's really cool that we have NMR, we have FTIR, we have a lot of different instruments that are used in the actual work field as well.
Awesome. That's good to know. You said you're in the chemistry or in the co-op stream of the program, right? So do you that like a lot of the skills that you're learning in those labs are applicable in your co-op?
For sure. I think these labs are what helped me achieve my previous co-op position over the summer. So I was granted a URA position here at the university, and I worked under Dmitry Soldatov, working in the solid state for chemistry and looking at photoreactions. And just having these techniques allowed me to prepare for this job. And the co-op program assists with everything that you need pretty much.
Awesome. And URA, that stands for Undergraduate Research?
Assistant, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an award that professors give out to students who apply. And you can apply through Experience Guelph. And you don't have to be in the co-op program as well to apply for these URAs.
Okay. Good to know. Well, congrats on getting that.
Thank you.
That's exciting stuff. It's always great when you're getting to work too with like the professors at the university have so much passion for the field. So.
They support you no matter what, and they guide you and train you on everything that they can, just so that you're successful for the future. It's really, really good.
Great. So where have you done any other co-op placements so far?
No, so this upcoming winter is supposed to be my next co-op placement. But I'm planning on switching that to the summer so I can get my courses in the winter.
Right.
So I've only done one co-op placement so far, but I'm excited to do more.
Yeah, that's really great that the co-op program is so flexible that you can switch up like the terms that you do Yeah, that's great. And for anyone who's wondering, all of our co-op positions are paid as well. So it's a great way to fund your education while you're learning and physically doing the things that you're going to be doing in the field when you graduate. So that's really great. Do you have a favorite course right now in third year?
Right now, I'm really enjoying the labs of chemistry of the elements. As we're learning really advanced laboratory techniques, which is going to look good on the resume and for applying for jobs as well. And also just learning about just more the in-depths of chemistry and about other elements, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really neat. The elements, that's really interesting to study.
Yes.
So I know that in the third year of that program, there's an opportunity to possibly go to Seneca College and do a semester there. Is that something that you've considered?
So I was considering it. I know some of my friends are actually commuting to Seneca from Guelph.
Okay.
And I'm really jealous because I want to do that too. But I think I'm just going to stay at Guelph just because I have other extracurriculars that I would like to pursue.
Right.
And I'm just looking forward to hear all the stories that my friends have about Seneca. But it sounds really great. You get really in-depth pharmaceutical techniques. You learn more about just pharmaceutical chemistry in general, and it's very
Right.
targeted to our group of students.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I know that I had friends that did that program when I was in school, and they said that they were like making pills and things like that.
Yes,
So it was
yeah,
for the people that like want to go into being a pharmacist. So definitely look into that opportunity if you're in chemistry at Guelph. Um, so a question that comes in from time to time that is a little bit intense, but maybe you've
yeah.
thought of this because you're in third year. Do you have plans for when you graduate? What are you thinking that you want to
So
do?
when I graduate, shorter term, I would like to pursue my master's and also TA some courses and maybe just help out students the best I can. But for longer term, I'd like to get my PhD, maybe become a professor. That would be
Oh,
pretty
wow.
cool. Or also just own my own pharmacy. That would be a
Right.
very long-term goal. But I think it would be a really good opportunity going through this program.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know anything about how long pharmacy school is after undergrad?
I'm not too familiar with that. That's something I'm going to have to do a little more research on in the
Yeah.
next coming years. But I think I'm probably going to stay and do my master's here, which should
Oh,
take a couple extra years. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
nice. Yeah, that should be wicked. So we like to wrap up the lives by asking if you have any tips for either your grade 12 self or people that are applying to university
For
right
sure.
now.
I think build yourself a nice foundation. I think if you get good study habits right away and you keep up to date with your tasks and what you want to do, you're going to succeed in university no matter what. My second advice would be to just reach out to people. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself. Everyone's in the same boat. So just go up to them and just say hi. Professors aren't as scary as you think they are. You can email them. They're really nice and helpful. And my last piece of advice is to buy a coffee machine because coffee gets me through the day. So I think that's that's good.
I think those were three fantastic points. Yes, super important. Making
Yeah,
connections, super important. Talking to your professors, especially if you're in a science program, because there is an opportunity in your fourth year, I believe, to do a research project, and
yes.
you're going to want to have those contacts at that time. So chat with your professors. Don't be afraid. They're all super friendly and just like really passionate about their work. They want to talk about it. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. Is there anything else that you wanted to add before we sign off here, Brendan?
Um, I think we covered a lot of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
every, yeah, awesome. I'm so glad that you could join. We're probably going to continue these next semester, so maybe we'll chat again
Yeah,
soon.
maybe. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining today. If you want to watch this live back, it's going to be saved to our IGTV right after this. So check it out. Have a great day.